is Marion Mendes. I am currently in Goa. I'm based in Kuwait. So I did till 12th in high school over there. Then parents had forced me to take science in 12th. So I threw a fit back at them saying I want to do engineering. Now you made me study science, so I am going to do something higher than that, so engineering. Even though they were like, do arts or do something more. So I threw a fit and I did engineering, and in my third year I realized like crap, what have I done? This is just not for me. I can't do it. I cried and I would write my papers. And I just knew that now if I've thrown a fit at my Indian parents, they're not going to listen to me and say, okay, fine, you drop out and do whatever you want. I had to somehow go through those years. But of course, like I said, because I didn't want to do it, I had to find this backup option. So during that time, I kind of figured out what I'm good at, what could be my second option. I like writing. So why not become a writer? So under the table, I would say, was writing a proper career option? Could I do it better? And how could I learn? So under the table, I would learn about how to be a better writer, and that's how I got introduced to SEO writing. And while I was studying about SEO, then I took a course on that. I got introduced to digital marketing. So I was like, okay, cool, digital marketing is something that looks interesting to me. And while this was happening, I also came across these influencers back then. This is now in 2017 or 17. And I liked what they were doing. I liked how they were creating content. And of course, you're getting to go visit so many places. So that's how I got introduced to this whole field of marketing, content creation, writing. And that's how I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I just somehow skimmed through those years and said, okay, I have my degree. I don't even know where it is right now. But I just knew that that was not my path and this is my path. So since then, I've been only working towards getting the job that I want to do. Honestly, it was not something that was pre-planned. It happened. It was, a friend needed help in managing his restaurant during COVID when everything was dead and he had to start his own business. So it was just a help. It was not a job at that point. It was just that, okay, some existing knowledge that I knew, let me put it into practice for you, because at that path for me, should I continue down the same road? And it was just something that started to help. And looking at that one brand, another brand approached, and then another brand approached. There was no branding till today. I'm starting it now. There was no branding done for myself, who I am, but it was just that good work was seen by different people and I was getting approached. So my company's name is called Pink and Gold. The reason for this is we take, like pink is a very raw color and gold is a very luxurious color. So we work with, one way to look at it is we work with raw brands as well as luxurious brands. Or we take your raw brand and make it into something luxurious. And what we do is we do social media marketing for food and beverage industry or the hospitality industry. And we love creating content from scratch, whatever it is, whether in the form of photo, video, written material, based on whatever campaigns that we will decide or whatever we know is trending in the market. We like to create it and then post it out there and even check post-production, like is it working, is it not working. So we like to play with all the elements related to social media marketing. I've chosen a niche for myself, which is, like I said, F&B and hospitality. That's it. Not going to go beyond that. And apart from that, it's also that we're only doing social media marketing. Now, another thing which I found was a hole in the market back in the day was that your media production team and your marketing team would be two different teams. But in my scenario, I like to do it myself. So when we approach a restaurant, we do it all, right from creating a strategy, then creating content based on that strategy and then posting it out. That's how we are different. Like something, when you love something, there's no stopping you, right, from learning. So it's all self-taught, it's all online media. Just Google is your best friend, YouTube is your best friend. So search everything out there. That's the best thing. I follow a lot of people from the same background. So of course watching them and most importantly testing it out if it's working. What they are saying not necessarily will work for you. So we do a lot of trial and error method, which is why I can say certain things work or they don't work. So you have to keep testing it out and not blindly following it, but of course at the same time keep reading about what is happening. So yeah, of course, like the first brand that I was doing social media for, the best part about, like I said, it was not a choice that I had made, or it was not a decision that I made, I'm going to start this business. It was just, it started off to help a friend who was in need of marketing. And at that point, we all were going through our own challenges because of COVID with the people not there. So it was just helping him. And the best, and I was at this phase where I didn't know if I'm good at what I do. Maybe I wasn't good at what I did. But when I was helping him, I remember creating an ad. And the ad went viral, which led to like a lot of people in his restaurant. So that's a great memory for me because that really restored faith in what I do. And that was my first brand. So starting from brand 1 to brand 14 or 15 currently, actually way more. But that I have in hand, I always go back to that day. That if I could do that, then I can do anything else. I give a lot of credit to Andre Shackleton. He had given a talk in my college. He's the one who gave me a job at Creo. He's the one who's been there with me even after my job at Creo. So he's been a very important role in my life, like just guiding me to the whole path of business and entrepreneurship. So there's him, and then there are, I'm a very quotesy person. I read a lot of quotes, so I don't know who keeps writing these quotes, but yeah, all those guys give me a lot of motivation. Start with, I did not know too many people who were back then. Now this is after COVID, we were lucky that so many people started their own businesses, and we've taken it as a norm, like, okay, he started her own thing, she started her own thing. But back, like when I wanted to start this business, like right from young, no one understood, like, why do you want to do a business? You've studied so much. Now, even though like I say it out loudly, I never wanted to do engineering, and people they didn't know my grades, right? So they would be like, you studied these 4 years, why aren't you getting a good government job? And how parents or people can be, look at this one, look at that one. And coming from Kuwait, it was just not easy because all my classmates from there are in different continents having good jobs, or maybe that's what it just looks from the outside, right? So those were challenges that people are not till very recently people can understand, like, what is this that she's doing, when you start your own business, you have to work early hours and late hours together. Sometimes there's no sleep for you, and that's part and parcel of this whole process. Until today I don't, because I'm just letting, putting that whole quote of let your actions speak for yourself. I'm just allowing that to take place, and people are understanding it. And they don't, the questions are becoming less about what you're doing and why you're out late and why do you have to wake up early and why do you have to go here and there. Those questions are becoming lesser, so I'm just letting actions speak for themselves. It's a universal thing that females have an issue when it comes to getting money from clients. And in the start, it was me. I would take up those calls and say, hey, listen, the payments due. And because you're a female, and also because I started a little younger, I was taken for a ride a lot. So I realized, like, in this aspect, if people are saying men are better, let them feel that they are better. And I have a business partner, I make him take the lead on such things, on finances, or like, of course I'm in the loop, but when it comes to chasing payments and stuff like that, I allow him to do. So that's what it is. I just understood what I'm good at and I stick to that. And when a man is good at, let him just do that. So future plans definitely move out the boundary of Goa. Right now I do clients which are outside, but not the best clients I'd like to have. I said my niche is in restaurants. So when I get a brand outside that, then I will be happy to move outside the body also, so I can work and travel at the same time. Same thing that I I'm just saying, like, you just have to put your heart into whatever you want to do. Okay, and I have seen people, like, throughout this whole journey, it's been nice. I've gotten to interact with so many people who started businesses during COVID, didn't even know that they were about to start it. So if you put your heart and soul into anything, you literally make it through it. And you don't need to have a degree or high paperwork to show I've done this many courses. I probably have the least amount of courses done in my field than my competitors. I'm not afraid to say that.